But
that is one thing though. I feel like we already had one Edgelord type. Yeah,
or evil type in Japan.
you're
Yeah,
right.
wonder why that didn't get translated. And enough fucking conservative Christian mums that were already uppity about fucking Pokemon being a satanic.
Do you remember back around when there was all that hype for Pokemon X and Y, or I guess just Generation 6 back then, and people thought it was going to be light and sound types that were introduced. The theory of that cropped up because of the legendaries. Xerneas or whatever had a bunch of fucking lights on him, literally, and wyverns are traditionally associated with like sound and shit like that, like high pitched frequencies.
I guess light type is the one they could add.
As opposite to dark, yeah, that would have made more sense, I think, than fairy.
They added a light type. That would have made sense.
Pretty much everything that's a fairy type right now, they could have made into that if they wanted to. I guess the problem that they probably run into is that they wouldn't know where to make the divide between what's an electric type and what's a light type. Like Ampharos, for example, like would that just be a straight up electric type? I mean, a straight up light Pokemon, or I don't know. It's more vague.
Maybe its Mega Form would be a light type.
Oh yeah, the Super Saiyan looking fucking Mega evolution that it got.
I had a shiny Gardevoir in Pokemon X, and I would Mega Evolve that shit. I fucking love that thing.
Oh yeah, they had the shiny one had a really cool Mega evolution actually.
Yeah.
The black dress or whatever. So to just kind of like diverge off into something else that's kind of been on my mind lately. Did you ever hear about that show, The Gotcha Boys?
Gotcha Boys?
Yeah, it was this podcast that Vadim Newquist was doing with Dusty Smith, and apparently, like, it just ended, like, after 2 episodes.
No, really?
Yeah.
After only 2 episodes?
Yeah, only after 2 episodes.
But weren't people really excited for that? Like, wasn't that gonna be, like, a great fucking podcast?
Dude, there was like a lot of people had a lot of positive reception on it. There was a lot of hype behind it, and a lot of people who were on the left were like really far like tribalistic to the left were like really getting behind it and enthusiastic. So it's crazy, but yeah, it's already over.
Yeah. No, I did hear about it, and it's kind of pathetic. Like I was saying the other day, like I thought the drama that happened in my show was fucking bad. Holy fucking shit, dude. Like, this is just some petty bullshit that ended this show after 2 episodes. They couldn't work it out. They couldn't fucking stick it out for more than 2 fucking episodes without just throwing in the towel and being like, nope. We can't work together. You and me are done professionally. Fuck off.
I mean, I would almost prefer that it be done like that earlier. They realize that they can't fucking work with each other early on, instead of like having it be like even like say more closer to like 10 episodes, get everyone hyped up about the idea of it, and then disappoint them in the end. I guess this is better than that, but it's still fucking sad.
No, I was saying yesterday, like, yeah, this is some like random discussions of the inebriated variety level failure. Like,
oh yeah, episode 7, it just ends when the guy's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
Dude, I was having a conversation with Swegta about it yesterday, dude, and I was like, we've been talking about, episode 50 is going to be a good milestone, episode 100 is going to be a good milestone, but no, the real milestone that we had was getting to fucking episode 3, dude. You should feel the same way, dude. Once pulled the trigger on episode 3, you made a major fucking accomplishment, man. That's uncharted territory. Some people can't even get to fucking episode 3 of their podcast, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I had fucking co-hosts I couldn't stand, and I continued that shit. I was like, no, I'm not just gonna like bitch out of this and be like, oh, I can't make it work. I just fucking tried to make that shit work. And made some fucking changes and like these guys that's the thing, they've been hyping this show up for a while.
Months. Like 6 months at this point.
Yeah, I've been hearing about this for so fucking long.
And now it's over just like that.
Yeah. That's the sad thing, cuz like it would be like if If I fucking hyped up a show for like months and months, if I was like hyping up Pull the Trigger for months and months before it started, I was like, yeah, come on everyone, pull the trigger, it's gonna be awesome, pull the trigger. And then like, yeah, we did like 2 episodes. I was like, nah, fuck this Honest Red faggot, can't fucking handle it, I'm done.
Yeah, it's really all laughable to me because like the whole reason why that happened is because Vadim really didn't like that Dusty had a Patreon for his show, the Codcast.
Which I think that's dumb. I think if Dusty wants to have his own Patreon, that's fine. Like,
yeah, you should have. He was talking about how it was competition and everything, but theoretically, anything on YouTube that exists as a video is technically competition for someone that could be giving their attention to something you're watching. You can't really look at it that way. You need to have confidence in your content to be able to stand up on its own, that people will come and watch it because they like what you have to say or do as an entertainer. You should have that type of confidence. Dusty should have been able to do his own podcast and have the Gotcha Boys be its own separate thing that's more of a well-edited, well thought out podcast, and the Codcast could have been a more off the dome type thing. But no, they couldn't have that.
On an unrelated note, I'm gonna make some alterations to this overlay here. I'm just gonna get rid of this Animancer Streamlabs here, cause I don't want any competition. I want people to only donate to mine, and if you fucking donate to Animancer, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, no harsh feelings though, right? No harsh feelings. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, but this is non-negotiable. If you don't agree to these terms, then I'm not gonna work with you, mate.
Yeah, and the stream is ending right now.
Yeah. I'll delete this motherfucking save file right here, bitch.
Oh
then
shit!
Then
no!
you'll know it's over.
Not Titty, dude. You can't take away Titty from me. I've grown an attachment, man.
Titty. Yeah.
Dude, this is what the Gotcha Boys had to fucking do. They just had to chill out and enjoy some fucking play some games with each other, do something fun instead of always worrying about like why was this their talk like 2 episodes in about all the fucking money and shit like that? Why was this a discussion? When you're first making a podcast, if you're going to have an entertaining show, it needs to come out from the fact that it's always nice to get money. It's nice to get tips and everything. It's nice to get a little bonus for the hard work you put in. But what you should be doing it for first is to put on an entertaining show because you're passionate about it and you want to make something that people can enjoy. Am I wrong?
No, absolutely right. And I mean, yeah, and that's unfortunately though it's hard to not have the fucking money shit become an issue. I mean, a lot of people, especially like see, this is probably what happened. Before the show started, they probably didn't know how much money it was going to make, or like if people were going to even want to give money to the show. Then, the minute fucking money started rolling in, and you start actually seeing the money, then there's a fucking issue. Then it's like, oh shit, there's money, how are we going to fucking handle this? And everyone gets fucking greedy.
Yeah, some people, when it comes to fucking money, just like a drop of a hat, like they turn into completely different people. Everyone thought that going into this, or at least I'm sure at least some people thought going into this that it was just gonna be a fun show that they did every couple of weeks or so. They would get together and film something and have a fun time, and any extra income that came from that would be just that, a bonus. It shouldn't be like the main focus of anyone's life or anything like that, because it's especially when you're starting something that's brand fucking new. Like I said, I thought that this show would have been very successful. I thought that would have found its niche if they continued with it. But you can't just rely on that. It's too inconsistent when you're just trying to rely on your entire income for one show. I don't even know why these people were relying on that. I guess it was mostly Vadim that was having an issue with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I hate to say it, because I think Dusty is a fucking piece of shit. But I feel like Vadim is the one that's more in the wrong in this situation. And it sucks to say, but I mean, Vadim's a little bitch too, don't get me wrong. I don't know. I'll always love Creationist Cat as a character, but as far as I'm concerned, like that's all Vadim is really good for. Whenever he comes out from behind the cat, it's just cringy. It's cringy and it's sad and it's pathetic, and it's just I don't know. Like do more shit with the cat. You know, it was funny. That's your bit. That's what makes you the fucking money. That's what people are interested in. That's what people want to fucking see. You know, they don't want this stupid petty drama bullshit. They don't want this shit where you fucking go around and try and fucking I don't even know what he does. Like there's fucking I don't even fucking sit here and shit on Vadim either.
I get where you're coming from, though. You just voiced your opinions on the issue. Like, here's the thing. Like, I mean, Vadim's like a friend of mine, but I can't help but be critical of him in this situation because I just feel like he could have handled things a lot better. Like, there was no need to, like here's the thing. Honestly, like, both Dusty and Tim, like, I was part of I was involved in a lot of planning of this show. I don't know if I made that clear or anything to you or not, but yeah, I was involved in a lot of planning of this show. And Tim and Dusty were more than open to make many concessions. They were willing to give a fucking mile, but it wasn't enough. And I'm sorry, Vadim, if you happen to ever check this out at some point. You're great. I'm glad that you're my friend. But you really fucked up on this situation, man. Like, I on some level, I still feel for you because it sucks that this all went down the way it did. But man, it could have been done way better. It could have been handled way better, man. Frustrating to me. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, no, and I don't mean any disrespect to Vadim either, because like he has created some really good content. I really like the old creationist cat shit, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything of him lately that's like not been just some dumb drama or some stupid bullshit.
That's why this disappoints me, because I thought like the Gotcha Boys was Vadim's opportunity to really make something where people would respect what he made as himself. Because it's like you said, like, most people just want to see Vadim be the fucking cat character. They don't really. There's a lot of people that are just really turned off by hearing him like voice his opinions as himself. And I think that Vadim, he fucking talks way too much during live streams most of the time. But I could tell that he was. I criticized him for that very clearly because he asked for it. Like, he asked for my opinion on it, and I was upfront about him. It seemed like he was making actual strides to try and get past that. But that's why it's just fucking sad to me, because this was an opportunity to prove that he was more than just the guy behind the cat character, and he flopped. He fucking flopped, dude. He invested so much time, and he spent so much time editing together an awesome intro for that show. Everyone I've met who I've talked to about that show agrees that the intro is cool and it's fucking funny. And he fucking wasted it, man. He wasted this great fucking opportunity all over money.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing, to fucking waste something great that could have been a great source of entertainment for so many people over, is to waste it over money.
And hey, I mean, I'll be honest, not to be a drama monger or anything, but that's pretty much what ruined my relationship with my old co-host.
No, sure, I understand.
Money shit, you know? Because some people, they just can't fucking let go of that. There's fucking money, and they get greedy. And it's like, it's got to be all about the fucking money. And I hate it, because it's like, yeah, you could create some good fucking content, you know? Have some fucking fun together, and worry about the fucking money later. And not try and you know, and not try and make dumb stipulations, and try and control the situation or whatever. Like, I don't know, like saying that, like, because if Dusty wanted to have his own personal fucking Patreon, you know, I mean, that should be a thing. If you've got a fucking, if you're like, unless you're very close with the people you're working with, like TJ, Scotty, and Paul are, okay, they've created Pessimist Productions to you know, be the thing that covers all their properties. And that's because the three of them are very close. They know each other. They trust each other, and they're able to come to that agreement. If you're not, if you don't have that kind of relationship with someone, it's not easy to just you know, agree like, okay, this is going to be our one Patreon, and we're going to decide how people get paid fairly from that. Like, no, it's best in that case to just let the people decide. Have a Patreon for the show that goes to everybody. Have a Patreon for each individual person. Let the people decide. And you know what? If the people don't want to pay you, then maybe you're the one doing something wrong. You know, if people would rather pay Dusty than, donate to the show as a whole, then that means that either, Dusty's just got more fans and just into him, which is fine, or Vadim's doing something wrong, or the show is doing something wrong that, Dusty's content itself is not. And I mean, I'm not intimately familiar with the situation at all, but that's just my opinions as an outsider who has dealt with shit like this before.
No, yeah, I think that you have a very good perspective because you've dealt with this type of shit before. I mean, it's very evident that you have. So yeah, I mean, it's sad. I try to me and Swegta, we've had like conversations about this before. We were like, there's an agreement between us. Like, what we try to do first is we try to put on a fucking entertaining show. We try to let everything come after that, especially when it comes to monetization of the show. Like, we make decent tips here and there. It's nice to have. It's nice to get a little bit of an extra income for us, but we don't rely on it. We don't make it our main priority because we never want the show to, unless it becomes really big and gets a huge following, we never want to make that our priority. We always want to be relying on something else and have the show just be an extra thing that we do because we enjoy doing it. And if we don't enjoy doing it, then it's not going to be something that we're going to do together anymore. But we do. A lot. And I think that he's a great person to have as a co-host, and I really value and appreciate him. And the feeling is mutual there. And that's really something that's important, is just acknowledging that the person that you're working with is a human, and to not just treat them as a means to getting money and then, get pissed off about them for months and months in someone else's Twitch chat about it.
No, and I can tell, like, you and Swegta work together very well, and I do enjoy your fucking show when I get the chance to watch it, because, like, it really is just, like, I can tell you guys are trying to come here and put on a fun show, and it is, and that's what I like about it, and when people don't do that, people are more focused on, like, oh yeah, let's make money, let's make this monetizable.
It shows.
Yeah, because, like, you can tell, like, I know a lot of fucking channels. Like, one thing that I won't do is, or I try not to do anyway, is this, like, self-censorship and this, like, gearing your content more towards a more widely accessible audience, which I can understand doing to a certain point. But when people try and, like, pander, like, I hate that shit. And I will never
there's a healthy balance to strike. You can tell when someone's being, more genuine and when someone's not being genuine. At least I try to keep things whenever I do any shilling on my show, even if it's something where I'm not asking people money, like, hey, can you check out our Discord? Consider checking us out on Twitter for updates and that type of shit. I try to make it seem, not disingenuous as fuck, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that seem very fake on YouTube and on the internet in general.
Yeah.
And I don't want to seem that way. I'm not, and that's the thing. I'm not really gonna go out of my way to not seem that way, because if I do that, then that just makes me a disingenuous fuck. So it's just about being yourself and trying to, put on the best performance that you can, I guess. Like, when it comes to me, like, when I was doing the really early episodes of Underhaven, I was not comfortable at all. Like, I was comfortable enough to be on camera and everything, but I wasn't good at expressing myself and getting my words out there. I'm way better at doing that right now, as you can see now, because I can actually make a cohesive statement for more than 5 seconds. It's just kind of a skill that people have to develop, Yeah.
I mean, that's the approach I take to all of this, really, is like, in terms of, like, podcasting or talking in front of people and streaming, like, in terms of, like, ranting, doing comedy, like, anything I do, it's like, the more I do it, the more experience I'm getting, the better I'm getting at it, and, if people being entertained along the way, fuck yeah. And if they're not, well, they will be. Because eventually I'll master this shit,
Oh yeah, dude.
Eventually I'll be a god at this shit.
I've seen a ton of improvement, even just when I first when we first met you and I first got familiar with your streams and everything, dude. I'll be honest, dude. Like the first time I saw you like actually live streaming and I just saw you doing your fucking shit on Pull the Trigger, I was like, I want to do streams with this guy one day. Like I think that this guy has a lot of potential. I think he's got a good charm and how he speaks. I don't know. I just like what he has to fucking say is what I'm trying to say. So. Yeah, I'm glad that we're fucking doing this right now. I really do appreciate what you said about the show too, because I do just try to do my best to make it entertaining and to make that the priority before anything else.
I got one Pokeball left, and this is the last Pokemon to catch.
Oh, this is a pretty cool one. Someone asked me if it was the accent. Yeah, clear. No, yeah. It's not because he's talented in what he has to say or anything. It's just the fucking accent. Yeah, that's all it is. I'm just being disillusioned by that sweet accent. That's all it is, man.
Yeah, I mean that's how I get chicks, honestly.
I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be fucking surprised.
Actually, Chess claims that she didn't even notice my accent when she first saw me streaming. Yeah. She was just like, accent segment, all accent all the time. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But no, she just saw me streaming and she thought, her words are, she thought I looked cute. She didn't even notice my accent, and someone like pointed out, just like, oh, you just like him because of his accent. She's like, he has an accent?
She was paying attention to something else.
Killed all these fuckers. I guess we gotta go inside, but first I should probably, yeah, actually, is there a healing thing in there? I don't remember.
I don't think so. You're probably just gonna go.
Yes, let's just do the safe bet.
Your accent's changed over the years. Aren't you from the Midwest or something like that?
Hmm.
You probably sound like Linkara. Oh, not you. I'm talking to one of my mods.
I mean, my accent has definitely changed over the years. Like, if you look back at my older videos, it's evolved.
Yeah, it's really crazy, like, especially how, like, doing YouTube and doing, like, a lot of, I guess, live streams and shit like that, mostly when it comes to interacting with other people, it's crazy how much it can change people's voices, like, yeah. I swear to God, man, one of these days I gotta show you one of Sweg's videos from 2014 that he still has up, because he sounds fucking... I doubt you can really tell right now, but he sounded fucking Swedish. You know, really fucking Swedish.
Okay. So, what should our party be here?
Let me take a look at what's in here. Mareep is good. Replace Mareep instead of Ladybug. Yeah. Mareep instead of Ladybug. And maybe C-Dot instead of Baltoy.
Go in there. I like a Pokemon that can use fucking Earthquake though. Especially in this game. Earthquake is awesome, especially since like you all the battles are double battles.
Yeah, but you have to have a flying Pokemon if you don't want to fucking hit your buddy.
Here now.
Sure.
I don't know if we had to fight all the... Oh yeah. Oh fuck me.
Oh my god. Nah. Dude, I feel like shit now. Motherfucker.
I thought there might be. I was like, fuck.
No, there's no way that there's a healing thing right in there. There's no way. I can't. Dude, man, that Duskull's not a shadow Pokemon. It's a shame that there's no fuck. I don't think there's any ghost types you can catch in this. I don't think so, man. Maybe Mischievous, a shitty one.
I'm gonna take wrong thing. I'm gonna take a look at something really quick.
What's up?
I wanted to see if there were any action replay codes. I have the action replay for the GameCube, and when I played Colosseum, I hacked it so that I could catch any Pokemon I wanted.
Oh shit, don't tell Nintendo. One day, someone at Nintendo is gonna try and sue fucking Genius Sorority or whoever made this game because they think it's gonna like a Pokemon fan hack or something. They refuse to acknowledge it.
Yeah. Fuck Nintendo.